If you look at life from a third party impartial perspective, you would realize that we are ourselves very desperately trying to make our lives sad, anxious, unhappy, and full of suffering. Nobody has to come from the outside and do anything wrong to us for us to be sad. We are fully capable of doing it our own selves. Why are we sad? Because we are not leading our own lives. We are living someone else's life. Everything that we know about ourselves, everything we know about our own life, our own hopes and aspirations, dreams, many of them are not ours. We have never spared a moment to define ourselves, leave alone define life and its aims and objectives. Everything that we are is a product of all the conditioning that society has built us with. Our thoughts, our emotions, everything is downloaded from somebody else. We are shaped by everybody but us. Everything that we know, we have gained from someone else's experience, most of the times at least. So technically, we are leading a life that is centuries old because most of what humanity wants today, things that we call achievements or things that we call fulfillment in life, hasn't changed over the last few decades. What decades? Centuries. And every generation has passed on the same thing to the next. Same template of life gets passed on generation by generation. We are always trying to fulfill things that maybe our parents wanted us to do, be what maybe our teachers want us to be, get what our friends and family want us to get. We have never given a moment to understand, to introspect and look what we really are. So we're always living a borrowed life, a life that is not our own. It's somebody else's life. We're fulfilling somebody else's dream, somebody else's aspiration. Though we think they are our own, we feel they are our own, or we are meant to feel that they are our own. And this is what we will pass on to our next generation also, creating a long, unbroken chain of unhappy, sad people. Look at human history. It's full of war, hatred, greed, and anxiety across the world. Look at all the great epics that we have, that we call as great creations of art or literature, all full of negative emotions. That's what gets documented. Why? Because there's so much of it. The day we decide to live our own lives, we will stop being happy. We'll stop being sad. The day we decide to define ourselves, we'll stop being sad. The day we decide to shun the conditioning of centuries that has been built on our minds, we will stop being sad. Unless we do that, we will keep making ourselves unhappy every single day.